Hey guys, Breg here, and today we're going to be opening up my mailbox and seeing what we've sold recently, but we're also going to be talking about different gold making news, and in particular something which is pretty unbelievable. But we'll get straight into it and look at this, guys. This is something the person has spent. It's not gold they've made, that's gold that they've spent. So they accidentally spent 8 million gold on 4 Vantus runes. It's one of the most crazy things I've seen in gold making in World of Warcraft. Apparently they meant to buy it for 1,989 gold, so just 2k, but someone tricked them, put it on the auction house for 1.9 million. This person obviously had gold cap in their bags, and they were using TSM, the add-on. They were scrolling through, purchasing things. They were probably using a mouse scroll wheel macro, so they don't really look at what they're buying, and somehow they managed to buy 4 of these for 2 million gold each. It's terrible to look at. It's kind of funny, but it's also really depressing for the person. So this person, Thompson48, posted on Reddit, the WoW Economy Reddit, about this, and yeah, he said they made a ticket and is hoping to get their gold back, but as some of the comments say, it's probably unlikely he'll get his gold back because it was on the auction house. It was like an official purchase on the auction house, and Blizzard usually say that when something is on the auction house, it's fair game, and if you've bought it, then there's no scam involved. They just have to deal with it. Maybe they'll make an exception because this is obviously a mistake. The person didn't actually meant to purchase these for 2 million gold each. That's pretty obvious to realise, so maybe the GMs will be nice to them, but I don't know, they probably won't, and you do have to feel a bit sorry for this guy. And it's a quite funny comment down here, "Don't touch my elbows." The person spent an equivalent of over $1,000, $1,200 on those 4 Vantus runes, or 5 years of game time. I know I'm not helping, I just wanted to do the math. Well, yeah, that is painful. Now it's kind of interesting because I did recently do a 5 scams in World of Warcraft video where I mentioned some of the classic scams that people do to try and get gold, and I didn't mention this scam because I didn't realise many people fell for it, but obviously it does work. You know, if you post something for a crazy price that looks like it's, say, 1,999, but you've actually posted it for 1,999,999, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the time it won't work, but all you do, you need it to work that one time and you've made 2 million gold. Now obviously I don't suggest people do this. I think it's really a not very nice thing to do. I feel very sorry for the guy, but you'd have to say the guy's also probably a bit dumb. He should be a bit more careful, particularly if you've got that much gold in your bags. I wonder if anything like that has ever happened to you guys. I've definitely bought stuff accidentally using TSM before. I think I've wasted like 100k before on something that really wasn't worth that. I think it was worth about 20k and I ended up paying 100k accidentally. But that's nowhere near as bad as the 8 million that this guy's lost. As we open up some of the mail. And yeah, a few weeks ago I did sell these Elixir Rapid Mines for 170k each, which is good because I bought them for about 30k. But for those of you who don't have TSM, I'll just show you how that gold making mistake can be made when you accidentally buy stuff. So for TSM you can set up a scroll wheel macro. So right now I'm just scrolling my mouse and it's buying things. But as you can see, it doesn't like say, "Do you sure you want to buy this?" It just automatically does it. So I'm going through here, everything's fine. But if I accidentally scroll one too many, I'll accidentally, oh look, I accidentally just spent 6k on some ore that I don't need because I scrolled one too many. So what will have happened to the person who accidentally spent 8 million gold? They will have been doing the same thing, trying to buy ore and not really looking, trying to buy the Vantus runes and not really looking, and it will have just been the only one on the auction house maybe, so they accidentally scrolled down and purchased it immediately. I presume that's what happened. I mean, I don't actually know. It could mean that they were just randomly searching, saw something that looked like 1,900 and they just, instead of 1.9 million, and they just kind of weren't looking properly and then just pressed buy and bought it out. But that's the thing, like with TSM, it doesn't say, sure you want to buy, it just does it automatically. So all you need to do is misclick or accidentally scroll your mouse wheel or accidentally do something like that, and it's gone, your gold is gone. So you do have to be very careful using TSM. It's also another reason why I always suggest having a guild bank, a personal guild bank where you store your gold. I would never keep gold on one character because stuff like that can happen, or something can happen to the character. I don't know, I just always store that much gold in a guild bank that one of your alts also has access to as like one of the guild officers. And then even if, you know, something happens to that character or that character loses their gold, you've still got the gold in the guild bank. That's what I always suggest, and I mean, that is what I would do. So I sold some Compendium of Storms on this server, not for very much unfortunately, but still a fair amount. The price of those on most servers has gone down a lot now, but still, they still do sell because they're still thought of as one of the BIS trinkets. So if you can get and make some of the Compendium of whatevers, quite a few of those trinkets are really, really good. So if you have a scribe, I would still suggest checking on your server, see if it's profitable, and make it. But one kind of dilemma I wanted to post with you guys is, do you think the guy that posted those 4 Vantus runes for 2 million gold each, do you think that is a scam? I'd be really interested to know your thoughts on the matter, because I'm a bit conflicted. I mean, they obviously didn't think they would legitimately sell at that price, so they probably did post it to try and fool someone, to try and trick someone. But is it a scam? Personally, I would say it's definitely immoral. I wouldn't do it myself because you are tricking someone. I mean, I just can't believe it actually worked. I never thought something like that would actually work, but apparently it sometimes does. I wouldn't do it myself, but I mean, I don't think the person should be banned. They haven't done anything that's really against the rules. They've just taken advantage of someone else's mistake and taken the gold. Again, I personally wouldn't do it because I don't think it's very fair or very nice to do, but it's not like the person should be banned because they haven't really done anything officially wrong. Anyway, that's enough talking about losing 8 million gold. Don't want to get even more depressing. But I do want to talk about some other general questions I've been having from the gold making community. Now, one question I keep getting is about professions. Which professions are selling really well at the moment and which professions are not doing so well? This cloak, by the way, I just bought for 70k a few days ago and I sold it for 140, so it shows the BOE flipping game is still going strong. And talking of professions, that's the kind of profession I've been doing at the moment. It's just flipping stuff. I haven't been doing that much of the other professions, and that's mostly because I'm on a very high populated server. I'm on the server that Method Guild are on, and a lot of the professions are completely saturated. And it's something that I have been telling everyone for many months and probably years, is if you're on a high populated server, you really need to spread out your professions if you want to make gold. Like, you need to have a lot of characters with all the different professions, because most of the time, most things are not going to be profitable. So you can go on each of your characters, find a couple of things that are profitable, make a lot of them and sell them, and then do the same again the next few days later. And that is, unfortunately, the only real way to make gold on the high populated servers with professions. Now, obviously, there are some anomalies. Some servers are high pop but just don't have many gold makers on them, so there's not much competition and it's still good to make professions. And then the first few days or weeks after an expansion or after a major patch, again, the professions are usually better, and even on high populated servers they can be pretty good. I also really like the old world stuff, so if you have blacksmithing, leatherworking, tailoring, or even stuff like enchanting, usually the stuff doesn't sell that well on high populated servers in terms of profit, but you can make a nice profit from some of the old world things, and because it's a high pop server, It doesn't take super long to sell. Obviously old world stuff does take longer than new world stuff, but old world stuff does still sell pretty good on the high pop servers and actually has a nice profit margin, unlike most of the new world stuff. These boots, by the way, I bought them for 50k and I resold them for 100k or 95k after the auction cuts, so again made double my gold. But it's why I always say the best server for crafting gold making is the medium to high pop servers, so not super high pop but medium to high pop, because there's still enough people to buy your stuff, but often there is much greater profit margins, and you can just make more gold per thing that you sell, and I have no sales on this realm. That's depressing. But yeah, I think medium to high pop is best for crafting in terms of making overall profit, unless you want to be a super keen gold maker, have all of the professions and be constantly min-maxing and getting the absolute cheapest possible items, you know, spamming in trade chat, want to buy gems or whatever super cheap, and then doing all the shuffles and making sure you get the mats for the cheapest possible, then you can make gold on the high pop, super high pop servers. But you do have to, you know, find some supplies that will sell to you cheaper than the auction house, and you do need to do the shuffles, and you do need to do all of that. And I mean, I can start doing that. If you guys want to see a high pop server gold making guide, I can definitely do that, because that's the kind of thing that you really need to do. Whereas on the medium to high pops, it's a lot more simple. Usually there will be a profit margin for most items, and you've just got to go and craft them and wait for them to sell. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. We made a bit of gold, but I have been very busy. I haven't really been playing too much the past few days, but still made a bit of gold. And yeah, interesting stuff in the gold making community. Let me know if you guys like these sort of discussion videos, and I can do a few more of them. And also let me know about Classic WoW. The problem is with Classic WoW is most of the gold making revolves around farming, something which I don't particularly like to do. But if you guys want to see some Classic WoW content, I know it's coming out quite soon, then I'm definitely going to be playing it, and I will be doing some content. I'd like to see what you guys want to see. Maybe we can try and make gold from Classic WoW that doesn't involve farming. It's going to be quite difficult, but I think we'll be able to find a few ways, so I'm excited to do that. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.